So we are on the last page of 2.6. Nope, 2.3 notes. Last page. We started the first half on Friday. I am recording. Not that you reminded me or anything. We're going to answer these. It says name the intersection between line L and line K. So intersection means where both things touch. So where do line L and line K touch? Point C. So you can write point C or you could just write C. Just a pen.
I need to see that.
Point C. The next one. Name the intersection of the plane Q and plane P. So if you notice, they intersect at a point, right? Let's do our deducing skills that we learned in 2.2. We've got A, B, C, E, F. So what was this point but didn't print?
G. D.
This is. Do you see how? Oh my word! There's no letter here. Do we all see? There's no letter here. There needs to be a letter here. Are we okay with that? It's gonna be a letter D. Okay. Sorry, you guys stared at me like I had a horn coming out of my forehead. Okay, so what is the intersection of plane Q and plane P? Point D. Point D. All right, the next one, the intersection of plane Q and line K. Point F. 18, the intersection of plane P and line K. Point E. So I know it looks like it'll always be a point, but it won't. On earlier this page, so don't move it. If you remember, this is at the top of your notes. You had two planes crossing. They don't cross at a point. They don't only touch at a point. They touch at a whole line. So the intersection here, why don't you write off to the side? This is on the same page as what we were just on. I would write the word intersection. So the intersection of both planes is not a point here. It is going to be a line. How do we name a line with a bunch of points? Use two of them and arrows above. You can't use the word line unless you had a lowercase. So pick two letters. Doesn't matter to me.
A-B.
Okay, guys. It has to be on the line.
J-D.
J-F. You could say E-F. D-F. You could say J-D, J-E, J-F. You get any 2 points that are on this line. Struggle bus. Okay, we are going to take out a whiteboard marker. We're going to play a game. So you are going to write down the letters of the statements that you cannot conclude. So you look at this picture and decide if it is true. If this statement is true, that means you can conclude it from the picture. So you don't circle that one. You basically want to circle the ones that are false, or write down the ones that are false. Do we understand each other? False. Can you put it on the... Oh, I see. Or... I think... Have all of these been written down? I think you wrote it down. Did all of them get written down?
Oh, yeah, right now.
Yeah, you write it down.
Oh. Is this a one tomorrow? Oh, well, okay. So, like, I'm missing one.
You are missing one. There are 4 answers. We have the speed point. Go ahead and put it down, Kevin. Virtual got the speed point. I'm just going to write it down already.
This one dried out.
So then problem solve. I already gave the speed point, so you keep it down until we're ready to show them. Ten, 9, 8. 3, 2, 1. Ding, ding, ding. So, select all the statements about the diagram you cannot conclude. So let's decide. The first one, it says A, B, and C. No, A, B, and C are coplanar. What does coplanar mean? They're on the same plane. I want you to notice this line is on both planes. It's like the crease. So it's on both. So B and C are on the same plane, and they're on both planes. So that means they are on the same plane as A. A, B, and C are all on the same plane. Sorry, you can show me your answers, but I'm pretty sure only he got it. Caleb got it. Yeah. And then Kevin got it. The next one, it says plane T intersects plane S at BC. So this one again, BC is here in the center. It does intersect both planes. So that one is also true. You want to circle the ones that are not true, or you don't know if they're true. It says AB. Virtual, I'm trying really hard not to zoom in, but I have to zoom in for a second. AB and C, or AB intersects CD. What do those dot dot dots mean? It goes behind. So if they go behind, if this line is on plane S only, does it intersect AB? It does not. So C is one of them. The next one, it says H, F, and D. What plane is point D on? Plane S, and what plane is F on? T. So that one you cannot conclude from the picture. The next part, it says plane T. What does this symbol mean? It's perpendicular. So it's saying plane T is perpendicular to plane S. What does perpendicular mean to me? You should not be writing anything with your markers, erasing. You should just be focusing on this. Because if you have this question on your test, it looks like 2 of you are going to get it right. What does perpendicular mean?
Intersect.
And form 90 degrees. Do you see a right angle here?
Yes.
I do. It's right here. And it's touching the line. Where is the location of this line? What plane is it on? It's going straight up, so plane T. It's on plane T and it's sitting on plane S. So are they perpendicular? Yes. So that one you can conclude, so you don't circle it. The next one says point B bisects HC. So if HC was bisected, what does bisected mean?
Cut in half.
Cut in half. If HC was cut in half, what would be there?
Two lines.
Yeah, the little tick marks. But it's not. So that one. And then the next one, it says ABF and HBF are a linear pair. Linear pairs are adjacent. Are these two adjacent? Adjacent means they share a wall. So they are adjacent. And then they would form 180 degrees. Do they form 180? Yes. So are these a linear pair? Yes. Yes, they are. The last thing, it says AF, which is again this line, and CD. I'm not highlighting where the dots are because I just want you to be able to visualize and see. These two, if they were perpendicular, which is what that symbol means, they would intersect and form 90. There's 2 problems with this. Do they intersect?
No.
No, we said that up here with part C. They don't intersect, so then they don't intersect and form 90. So you should have had C, D, F, and H. This next one, it's very similar, just a little shorter. These are numbered. You're gonna tell me which of these you cannot conclude from the diagram. So which of the following statements cannot be assumed from the diagram? You write down the numbers, and then you tell me the numbers. You just tell me which ones cannot be assumed. You don't have to write down each number. had too many answers. All right. You also have too many answers. I have not seen the correct answer yet. I will tell you that there is only 2 answers. Put down. Speed point has been given. I just won't tell you who to. So flip your board over if you have locked in your answer. I said put your board over if you've locked in your answer.
Okay, I'll think it.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. The answers are 2 and 4. That's it. 2 and 4. So the team with the most would be Caleb's team, but he also got the speed point. So Webster's have 2 for that. All right. So let's talk about it. It says A, B, and F are collinear. What does collinear mean? On the same line. Go ahead and put your marker away for now. A, B, and F, are they on the same line?
Yes.
They sure are, so we can conclude it from the picture. So we don't circle that one. We don't write it down. E, B, and D are collinear. E, B, and D. What does collinear mean? On the same line. Are they on the same line? No. So that's something we cannot conclude from this picture. Then it says line AB is perpendicular to to plane S. So line AB is this one, and plane S is here, right? You see this right angle? It sits on the line and the plane, so that one is true. Number 4, it says CD and plane T are perpendicular. Is there a right angle located on line CD?
No.
On line CD?
No.
It's not. So this one we cannot conclude. And then last, you've got AF intersects BC at point B, which is true.
Let's go Webster's.
These are not all the questions that you'll see, but they're there. Let's try something new. If it lets me, go to the next one. There you go. Find the measure of angle 1. Do you think you could hole punch those for me, Haley? Whoop. All right, put your boards down. Speed points be given. Oh, it doesn't matter. Are those not ready?
Let's go. Webster's, we're here.
So leave your board down for now. I'm going to ask them in about 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lift your boards up. Mason, did you get it? Okay, yeah. So virtual, they had the accuracy. Every single one of them got it correct. And all of you got it correct. So accuracy, who got that? You got speed points. Good.
Webster's.
Oh, it was 50. Sorry, I'm recording. It was 50. Because if this is a right angle, that means this is also a right angle, and 90 minus 40 makes 50. Name a line skew to AD through point G. Put your board down. Put your board down. Speed point's been given. If you don't remember what skew is, it's from 3.1. So Kevin, you'll show me them all at the same time in a second. There are 3 acceptable answers that are skew to AD through point G. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Everyone's up. Boards up. You have to name it correctly. So it had to be through point G. So Kevin, you got it right. Had to be through point G, so everyone can look. Skew means they're not on the same plane and they don't intersect. So literally, these are the 2 planes that AD is a part of. You could have said GC, but you need the arrows above. You could say GH, but you need the arrows above. Or you could say F, G, and again, you need the arrows above.
Oh, great.
So 1, 2, 3. And
How's the Aries answer? I'm sorry.
1, 2. Is that an F? Okay. 1, 2. So this team gets the
Wait,
accuracy point.
we got a speed point, didn't
That's what I'm asking. Well, you got the speed point.
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking me? Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask why is it not FE?
Because it said 3-point
we?
G.
2.G.
So FE isn't wrong. It's just not right.
I didn't see that.
That's okay. So on your test, you'll especially need to make sure you read through what point, because it will say it, or there will be 6 different answers for this one question, and it'll be a lot. All right, this one you're going to decide whether it's inductive or deductive reasoning, and then explain why you chose it. So inductive or deductive, and then explain why you chose it. You put it down.
How do you write that fast?
Slide.
Because it looks really messy.
My bad. That's what we need.
So flip it over. Did you lock in your answer? He did get the speed point.
As long as we only get 1 point. We only get 1 point. We're good.
See, I can't remember you with your hair any other way. I like your hair like this. I'm sorry.
I think I'll play better on my like this.
You played very well, Freddie. So Mason. I'm not saying you're wrong. We're gonna read it in a second. I'll have everyone lift up their boards in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. Lock in your answer. So, just give it a second.
We're not gonna talk about it.
Inductive
Well, I got a speed point.
No,
based on facts.
Yeah.
So you're right.
I got a speed point.
Just I can't read the other part. So Mason and Sienna, Kevin, I could read yours. Mason and Sienna, you would just want to make sure based on yours says facts. I just can't read based. It's okay. The top one has to say either observation or based on pattern. Can you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down whether it said it? Okay. So all 3 of them got it correct. It's another point for virtual. Okay. It is inductive because it's a pattern and deductive because it's a fact, not because it's been proven.
Oh,
So 1. How am I supposed to read that? What does that say?
I wrote facts, I'm sorry, it says
What's the
deductive
top
and facts. It says inductive and assumes. It assumes that it will the
Oh, well, that would not be the reason. That's correct. And you didn't write down a reason.
Yeah.
so this got a
Based
speed
off
point.
of gravity, okay, law. And then you wrote,
Yeah, look at one person.
yeah, mine did. So your reasons aren't correct. Y'all have to tell me based on what? Why did they base this decision? It's not off of an assumption. So you can't say they assumed or things like that. It's based off of, the first one was based off of a pattern or an observation. The second one was based off of gravity, a law, a fact, something to that effect. So virtual students had the most correct. And then
We
you
have
got the speed point.
Yes.
So virtual,
Well,
Websters have 6, the crippled have 2, and you have 4 points. So you're right there in the middle. You are doing better than any virtual class today. I hope that you feel good, because I feel good for you.
Yeah, the one that gets
So
accuracy.
these, I don't know if they've been.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me the number and then yes or no. The number and then yes or no.
If you have accuracy,
These, I don't know because they're like these assignments aren't on this thing.
Like this.
This
She's
data
never.
sheet.
Do you want to just clip it all together though?
What do you?
Just
Oh, like the
clip
ones-
that onto the Grady sheet and I can check to see. Maybe it's on the internet
And
and on
then
there.
these are all recorded.
Perfect.
And then these are just.
Can they go
thrown
back in
there.
the folders?
Oh, yeah.
Javon, you can't wear a hoodie in class. Also, do you like orange?
No, I didn't have them.
But I mean,
I would say I have not given away the speed point yet. I have not given away the speed point yet. I have given away the speed point.
I wasn't sure.
So lock in your answer.
I wasn't sure. Now I'm.
Alright, so virtual.
Just can't compete, bro.
I think. So it would be Kevin got it correct. So the virtual have one. Ready? 5, 4. Maybe you should buy your own if you don't like mine.
Your mother one dried out.
3.
I know it is.
No, that's yours. Mine had dried out too.
You could buy it. What? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 5. See, but yours is wrong. And this is right. Why did you erase it? Well, now it's done. There's a speed point. Now Kevin gets a speed point.
I had it.
Now Kevin gets a speed point.
What?
You erased it. What am I supposed to do with that? I will tell you. I will tell you. So first thing, it says plane S is perpendicular to plane T. If they're perpendicular, what do? They intersect and form a right angle. Do you see a right angle in this picture? No. So can you assume they form a right angle? That's a no. The next one, E, B, and D are collinear. Are they on the same line? Yes. The next one, ABE is a right angle. Do you see a right angle in this picture? No. So, Treon, when you had yes, yes, no, yes, yes, I told you one of them was wrong. The first one was wrong. You figured wrong. So then you should get yes, yes. So the only one should have no were 10 and 12. So virtual students, you now have 5 points. And the Websters have 6. And the crippled still have 2. Solve the equation and justify each step.
It's so easy. It's so
Well, good for you.
it's definitely hard.
I don't know how to do this, bro.
Bruh, you're doing it though, bruh.
I ain't got a room to do this, right?
You'll be okay.
Bro, see, I heard
Is this combined terms or no, bro? Subtraction.
You combine like terms when it's on the same side. And you literally combine. Use a property of equality when doing these book
I'm gonna write a room.
Property equality.
It's not going to be individualized. No, it's going to say here's what you would rate it on.
What you're wrong?
But it's also us. It's all of us.
What bro you wrong?
And we'll say what you should work on.
I took down the road. This is
Big point. Well, now I don't need it. I gave him the stuff. I mean, it looks good.
You see, I done right, bro. Anytime you
I know.
It's not like super personal. It's like rate on a scale of 1 to 5.
Or
Haley.
I know, I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, Treon, if I did right as fast as you, I could speak.
Okay.
That's why I was second.
Yeah, now we in the comments.
Kevin, you're good. Just give it a second, Mason. It just takes a second. Good. Mason, yours is good.
We can't let them get the average point.
But they can. It's up to Sienna. She can do it though.
Make sure you jump right.
That's what I'm doing. Come on.
Take your time.
Okay, what is your accuracy?
I'm talking about
No, but the crashing on that.
You can go almost points.
Y'all got straight speed points. They got accuracy.
So who get a point every single time? We good.
It's accuracy win. She said
Average a point every single round we get.
You got 2 points.
Tomorrow, the accuracy counts more than speed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We'll get points. We'll get
Y'all
points.
going to be good. We good.
Okay.
We could really come.
All right, Mason. Sienna. I don't know if you distributed to both in the parentheses. Did you distribute to both numbers?
Don't was on IR, man.
One person.
So then I would say some sort of math error.
One person can carry that.
It was a team effort.
It's called a team effort.
That was something.
It's called a team effort. One person can't carry anybody's vote.
We have to have confidence.
Yes.
equals.
I'll wait for Ryan.
You're gonna have to come up with a response.
Well, yeah, you got a visual on it.
All right, put your boards up.
Selling, boy.
All right, the virtual did get it all correct. They get an accuracy point. They are now tied with the Websters. So you have to write the property with it. So you should get x equals a -5. You distribute first.
You're missing the vision one. You don't need the vision.
So it's tied. Actually, all of you are tied in the accuracy. You each got 3 correct, and they got 3 correct.
What about my speed jump? What about speed?
That don't mean nothing.
You got a speed point.
That don't mean
I
nothing.
got it first.
Yeah, we got a speed point.
I got a speed point. I got it first.
Yes, sir.
So you should have distributed, and then you should have, listen, subtracted, and then added the addition property of equality, divided. No, you don't need the division property of equality. You don't have to have it.
Yeah.
Because you would have 5x and 4x. Subtract it, it's 1x. You don't have to divide by 1. You can if you want to. You're a little extra.
So long, real quick.
Next question. You're going to classify these lines as parallel, perpendicular, skew, or intersecting. Parallel, perpendicular, skew, or intersecting. And then you need to tell me the reasons. Yeah, there's a classification and a reason.
What was going wrong?
As long as I know what it says.
What's the reason?
Then you have to tell me the reason.
What's the reason?
I don't know. You should look up the definition.
I don't know the definition.
It's in 3.1.
I don't see the definition. Oh.
Put it down. The speed point was given to Ryan.
God dang it. Let's go.
Keep it down.
We don't have to worry about that.
Ready? And
No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up. Boards up. Okay, so your word is wrong. 1. So Riley got them the speed point. I can't
Oh, it's
even read that.
parallel.
Why'd you put parent?
It's intersect. I put parallel. That's too
In my head, I said,
You said they don't intersect. What does
Yeah,
that mean?
pointing.
Parallel,
Any
yeah.
reason?
Okay, so
They don't
why
intersect.
Why'd you put
Cross-
Does it count?
in my
No.
head, I said,
I said,
parallel.
on paper, I said,
Oh.
You still got one.
I understand.
Virtual. Only 2 of you need to get it correct to get the accuracy point. You have to tell me what they are and why. So Kevin, that is the official reason. They are parallel. So all of you only had 1 person get it correct. So all of you get a pity point.
That's on me.
They are parallel. Listen.
Don't intersect.
Listen. The main, y'all can't say they're across from each other. So are lines like this, but that doesn't mean that they're parallel to
They
each
go in the
other.
same direction and never touch.
They never touch. They never intersect. Solve the equation. I'm gonna try to help you with a little hint.
I retire.
What is happening to x?
It's been divided.
Oh, okay.
What is happening to x plus 3? It is being divided by -2. So you gotta do the opposite action to both sides. That is how you solve any equation. So do the opposite action to both sides. Yep. Yep. Nope. Nope.
Light work, baby.
You do that to make a fraction equivalent. So like if I wanted to write 1/3 and make it have a denominator of 12, that's what you're doing. That's not what you want to do. That's not what you want. You want to get rid of the fraction. In order to get rid of the fraction, you got to do the opposite action. I was not trying to rhyme, but there it is.
I got this one. I don't know how to do this.
If your math was correct at the end, then that would be wonderful. But
Oh, I think I know. Wait.
Oh, okay.
put the boards down.
Oh.
You got to justify your steps. Did you justify your steps? Oh, no. Write that again.
I just Me neither. I didn't even leave room for that.
This is
Well,
like, this is like.
Hurry up. There's only 3 steps. Good. Now what did you do to one side? You do no. This does this. Doop, doop.
Oh, my bad.
What you do to one side, you do the other. Oh. All right, Kevin got the speed point.
Of course he did. Me again. Go for it.
We've got 2 of them got it correct. You can put them down, Mason tried.
I mean, there's only three.
Javon.
Just get it right, boy.
Dang it.
I should have read Problem Out of League. That's what I mean.
They read the fine print when I signed up for this class.
This is a state required class, so I don't think there is any 5 for
What is it?
geometry. Is required by the state. Algebra 1 and geometry are required.
So I don't have to take algebra 2?
At this school you do.
Gosh, dang it.
That's tough.
That's correct. Well, your answer's wrong.
Oh, no.
My answer's wrong.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boards up.
Yes, sir.
Oh, is your answer wrong? No, you're both your answers are wrong.
Yes, sir.
You didn't do what you did on one side, you did the other. You multiplied this one by negative 2. Where's that?
I'm done. I'm done.
One person got it correct on this one. 2 people got it correct virtually. So the virtual team, they get the speed point and the accuracy point. They just took the lead. Virtual, you have 10 points. The Websters have 9. The Crippled have 4. Oh, 5. Listen, so focus. What is the opposite of dividing by negative 2? Multiplying by negative 2. So Treyon, what I do to one side, I have to do to the other.
You can add it. I'm done now, bro. I'm done.
Subtract 3, x equals negative 19. So you had the multiplication property of equality, the subtraction property of equality, the substitution property of equality. 3 steps.
I should have read the justify.
What do you mean, huh? I multiplied the same number on both sides, so that's the multiplication property of equality. I subtracted on both sides.
Listen to that.
We have time for, we can stop there.